Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the rationalinvestor.com. This is going to be our fun little show we're going to do here. We used to do these crypto shows through previous cycles. It looks like we're getting back into a friendly market state. So I thought maybe I would fire up old Betsy here and see if Wednesdays we can get the crypto shows back up and running. And actually, I was chatting on the site recently. I was super excited to see our old buddy Ben from Benkoff-Check fame. If you have watched our previous videos in the past, you know who I'm talking about. Said, yeah, I'd love to come on and chit chat crypto with you, Brian. And so, if we're really lucky, in a few minutes, we might have Ben pop in. And what the hell, man? We might even see some of our old show co-hosts over the years pop in as well. And if we're really lucky, yeah, maybe we can get a bit of inertia with this show, keep it going, and we might even bring Joe back in from Coinigy Fun days there back last year on these shows. Should be super exciting. It's a great time to be involved in the market, as always. I've been involved in the market now for 35 years. Always a great time to be in the market. But if anything, I really like it now because, like you can see on my screen, very rarely do we get into a situation where the public is long gone. They don't have any idea what the heck's going on in the market. Sadly, of course, you know, they end up chasing yesterday's stories and riding them into the ground. Kind of a funny side note, I saw that the government star witness against SBF that locked him away forever, she got a grand total of 2 years. And you wonder whether she might just happen to have a USB device, maybe just somewhere in a safety deposit box in the middle of maybe a Bahamanian, I don't know how you say that, island, with maybe like a combination lock that she happens to be the only person who knows the combination to. I wonder. Anyway, I'll let you miss about that. Hey, look, here comes Ben. Hello, Ben. I think we got Ben here. Let's see. Who is this? Is this Ben? Hello, Ben. You have to figure out how to use your microphone. Anyway, FYI, don't swear at me. We are live. So, welcome to the frivolity. Let's see. Are you talking? I can't tell whether you're talking right now. I see my desktop audio thing is jumping all over the place, which would mean that you are trying to say something.
Hey.
Hey, there he is.
Hey.
Hello, Ben.
Oh, man. Hey.
Great to hear your voice again.
Good to hear your voice too. Man, I'm sorry I'm late and some technical difficulties. I heard you probably heard me scrambling around there.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. Great to have you on board. One thing I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna make religion about this, is these shows are only gonna be 1 hour and 1 hour only.
Okay. All right.
So,
That's
I mean,
good.
I absolutely love working with you guys, but you know me, it could be like 2, 3 hours later, and I'm absolutely exhausted, and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself?
Yep.
So, super awesome to hear your voice again. I was just joking about. Did you see the slap on the wrist Miss Ellison got there? I think that's what her name is. I don't know.
No.
The Sam Bankman-Fried, the little girlfriend. I think she was his
Ah,
girlfriend.
did she roll on him?
Yeah, well, that's
Uh,
basically it was her and the other junior partner that basically turned state's evidence, right, and all that kind of talk, right, against him.
yep.
Anyway, she got sentenced. She got a grand total of 2 years, and she's probably already done the time served, so she's probably
Yeah.
on the way out anyway.
Yeah, that's oh man.
Anyway, I put that story to bed. I was just joking that really, thank heavens we're not in that stage of the market state anymore. And I don't know whether can you see my screen? I am screen sharing, by
I
the way.
can see your screen. Yep.
I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw so many fives on our crypto top list. They're like right off the board. I mean, everything right
Mm-hmm.
now. This is The funny thing is if you're actually a professional investor, this is the time when you want to start just going crazy. I mean, you should just be buying everything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been a long time of being
Yeah.
patient, waiting for this moment. So
Yeah, well, in fact, we sort of started this journey, ironically enough, at the very top of the market with Nick, right? And
yeah. And
after a
Danny,
few months, he kind of went, I've had about enough of this. I'm gonna come back when it's a bull again. Nick, where are you? So that's encouraging. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be too over the top optimistic. Just remember, folks,
yeah,
Brian's usually right, but Brian's also usually early. So I definitely think that we're down in value. And if you did want to buy relatively cheaply, it's going to be pretty hard to steer yourself wrong. But at the same time, too, we might sit here for the next, 4 6 months or so, just bobbing and weaving. But man, there are some great looking charts out there. So I don't know how we're going to even do this. As I said there a few moments ago, I want to limit this to 1 hour.
cool.
I do have the timer set, so when the timer
Okay.
goes off, no choice, gonna have to wrap it up.
All right. Okay. Um,
So,
and
what are you thinking?
well, I was thinking, you'd mentioned that you wanted to go through names on Kraken.
Yeah,
And I think rational investing is about the intersection of technical analysis and fundamental analysis. So
something like that.
um, we we could do like something where you would do like a you could do like a technical analysis on the charts. Like we could pick like a time frame. Like maybe we're going to do look at it from like a little old lady perspective,
Yeah.
looking at the daily chart, go through location, indicator confirmation, market structure, and then on my end, I could do something where I just look at the like a couple of like FA things like network
Sure,
activity,
sure,
development activity, and then tokenomics and supply,
sure.
and maybe run it through Chat GPT and see if they can give us a score for each, and we can whack that as
Are you pretty hip with using that Chat GPT thing?
only as much as the next guy, but
All
I
right.
could
I mean,
I kind of
Steward's absolutely fallen in love with it.
uh-huh. Yeah, I'm
Um,
sure we could get it to spit out like a number on each of those three things, a
okay.
score out of 10 maybe, and then we could
Awesome. Well, that sounds
apply
like a
that.
plan.
Okay.
I don't know whether we want to put spreadsheets and stuff together. I mean, we're just totally ad-libbing this. And there really is no sort of like, well, we have to do 20 names or whatever. We just do as much as we can. But the only thing I'll say, folks, is I'd love to do this on a regular basis. And we have our regulars at TRI who love this. I see Adam over there in the chat room already saying hello. Human biomass. Actually, he's a relatively new person to the community. I've been chatting away with him in the lounge. Hello, sir. Nice to see you. Yeah, I in fact I have the Kraken account all ready to go, all funded up. I got a big whack of dough ready to spend. I mean, I'm ready to rock and roll here.
All right.
I mean, obviously, I don't want to hack my account, so I'm gonna put that away for now. But just to tell you that I'm serious about this shit, and if anything, I will never, ever, ever tell any of you what to buy or sell. I just won't do it. Um, Having said that, I've made rather large sums of money playing this silly venture capital game. I mean, I'm the type of guy, as soon as I get into a risk free trade, I'll just, whatever the thing is, throw it on the pile and forget about the rest. And, if it goes to $1 million, great. If it doesn't, then it's no big deal. So the most important thing for me is to get that risk free trade as fast as possible. Um, so that to that end, and if you're a regular at TRI, then of course the risk management rules. I'm going to be doing most of these as sort of little old lady. I'm not going to be doing any leverage trading or anything in that regard. But at the same time too, um, Question is, I mean, we do have our regular algorithms and stuff running on the site, which I'm so excited about now. So that's great. I mean, I might shill you the site and I might shill you the services, but I think on balance, what we really want to do is just stick to, got the Kraken list ready to go. Can you see my screen? I don't know whether
Yes,
Ben is.
sir.
All right, cool.
Yep.
So
Hmm.
here is the Kraken list that I think it was Spencer, one of our longtime site members. He gave me that. If you have a different list that you work off of, by all means, we can amalgamate these things together. But that's basically going to be our chalkboard. Interesting. This one already is dead. that died a quick death. ANT actually. Well, here's your first opportunity to cut your fundamental teeth. What the hell's going on with this ANT?
All right. Give me a minute.
All
Do we want to do
right.
things versus BTC or a
I don't
USD?
know. What do you think? I mean,
I think
Spencer
USD is
just gave me the
probably,
list. Obviously, I'm going to be spending versus USD. I
yeah.
personally like using like the fiat hegemony or whatever to sort of base the account value off of. It's relatively stable, of course. Having that conversation, I'm going to open up a can of worms. Um, I don't really like valuing things versus Bitcoin because what ends up happening is in a bull market, you all look like a genius. In a bear market, everything goes to rat shit. So, I don't know. With that said, what's your preference, Ben?
I think USD is probably the way to go.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
we want to try and create a spreadsheet or should we just leave that for today? I don't know.
Um, are you keeping track of anything for your account purposes or?
If I do go and buy something, I mean, I'm the type of guy, you know me. I'm not really likely to just go and market buy. But at the same time, too, especially if you're gonna like find things like, I would have thought I would already been logged in here. If you're gonna find things like Coin Market Cap, is that what you want to use? Coin Market Cap, or are you gonna use Coin Gecko? But if you're gonna find those links, I wouldn't mind like saving them somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, sorry, I'm wasting time. We only have an hour here, folks. Once the hour is over, I'm done. So, we probably maybe get one name done here today. Goodness. All right. Well, that's my personal account. Oh, no, I don't want to use that one. How do you get into the other one? Damn it. Of course, this always happens. In the daily briefs, I sit here and I show more accounts. That's what I want. I'll just do it off of the company account. Okay, so we want a sheet, right? So this should load sheets. Let's see what we get here. Survey says. There we go. Do you have a Gmail address or something? I can just share this with you.
Yep. I'll type it in the chat.
Okay, cool. Thank you, sir. We'll call this. What did we say? TR. Whoops. TRI's the TRI the crypto show or something like that. Save. Okay, and you gave me a link there. Boom, awesome. I mean, if we weren't pressed for time, I would chit chat and ask about the family, but I don't give a fuck. Let's go. I know there's lots to well, what's this? Hello, is an external translation. Yeah, okay, fine. All right. Well, anyway, you should have been added to that. Hopefully, you can pop on here. And I think probably the best thing to do is for us to just start at the top of the list and let's get going here. So I did actually run through a bunch of these names already. I do have levels. As I said, I mean, you look at this image. The problem with this, unfortunately, is this the actual first data print for Aave? I don't think so. This probably has quite a bit longer of a history. But of course, if we're doing this on Kraken, then we have to look at it on Kraken. But I suppose, and you said that we'll look at it versus stablecoin, I guess. Aave versus Tether, maybe we get some data there. Yeah, well, same thing. Actually, so this is interesting. I mean, if we just go off of here, then I think pretty clear. Bottom end of the range, top end of the range. That's a pretty darn good looking base there, eh? See, this is why I'm all excited about this space right now. Is look at that. You probably, Ben, do you remember last go round? I used to talk to you about saucer bottoms. I don't know whether you remember me ever mentioning saucer bottoms.
Oh yeah.
Well, folks, and this is the great part about doing this right now. This is kind of why I wanted to get going on this again. Is that's the definition of saucer bottoms. And what the easiest way to play this, I think, is you've identified the W's. Take your reload zone tool. You see where the the Benkoff-Check level is. Beg your pardon. Did you? In fact, I think in the title of the video on YouTube, I even put with Brian, the Beamish and the Benkoff-Check. Did you see
Sounds
that?
like a band. No.
Yeah, so anyway, can you tell I'm all giddy? It's like a schoolgirl crush. Anyway, not really a big surprise. I mean, hell, we can do something like that. I mean, look at that. That's absolutely perfect. Reload zones, Benkoff-Checks. Hell, I suppose you could even argue there was even one down here off of this cute little market structure breakout. Look at these dips. Hey, what do we call that? Actually, probably, I think I changed the name recently. I just changed it to, instead of, the line in the sand and all that, I just call it my favorite fib. So this is the BFF. Anyway, that's what I've been calling it on the site recently. So, I mean, just absolutely textbook stuff. Problem, of course, is you can't really come and buy that up there. So be careful here, folks. I would even suggest, if you are interested, what a big surprise. Now, Brian's favorite fib actually lines up perfectly off of, eating these tails. Basically doing the Wyckoff-Check, the Benkoff-Check, whatever you want to call it. I know Nick was really good at this phraseology. You probably are really good at it, but I do remember Nick. He used to talk about this all the time. Is this a level 1, a level 2? You know how all this stuff goes, Ben? The Ave, isn't that like I don't know. There's something special about this thing, isn't there? You still researching? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's like a DeFi project. So I've actually pulled up a like a score on it.
Oh, sweet.
When
From the ChatGPT thing?
Yeah, based on what we were talking about. So network activity, it's given it a 9 out of 10.
Whoa.
And then just to compare, going back to the Ant, that got a 6 out of 10. So it's up there. So it's a development activity. It's been given a 8 out of 10. So it's
okay. Well, it's how are we gonna do this then? So I guess we'll have a symbol, and we'll go AAVE. Then maybe we'll go something like chart. So I'll plunk the link in there. Then we'll go and you had a whole bunch of scores. What were the sort of different scores?
Yeah, so we'll look at network activity or on-chain metrics.
Network
As the first one.
activity. And I guess what we'll do is just for fun, let's go boom, and then we'll go up here and we'll go chat. Do we want to say chat G? What is it? G?
Sure. Yeah. This is just scraping the internet for different articles and whatnot.
Chat GBT or PT?
With a P and a T. Yeah.
Okay. Chat GBT. Scoring. I'm not quite sure how we want to do that.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
All right. So you got that network activity. Did you have any others you wanted to throw at me?
Yep. Development activities. So you'd be looking at like GitHub commits, yeah, different like roadmap updates.
Okay.
So, and then the third one would be tokenomics and supply metrics. So, like circulating supply, the inflation rate, like who owns the tokens, like the distribution for whether it's, you know, a lot of insiders or whales, or is it pretty pretty fair launch kind of a thing.
Uh-huh.
And if anybody thinks there's other ones that are important, we can throw them in as well. So drop it in the chat if you don't think that's a fair way to analyze these. If
Sounds
there's
good to
something
me.
just cool. So I can give you the scores for this one.
Sure.
Cool.
It's September, what is it, 25th?
Yep.
Okay. Network activity. What do we get there?
We get a 9.
9 out of 10. 9
Yeah.
out of 10 or 9 out of 100?
Out of 10. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Quality.
Then development activity is an 8, and then
8 out of 10.
tokenomics is an 8.5. So
8.5 out of 10. So
an
is that,
overall score of 8.5 out of 10. If you wanted to do that.
Go like average.
Yeah.
8.5 10. All right. Well, hey, that's a start. All right. The question here is, for the purposes of this, remember we used to always get into this. I mean, what's the best time frame? Is we're looking at a weekly chart the best, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, from a little old lady, you'd want to be kind of slow moving, but then I mean, you'd be looking for a weekly W, right?
Yeah. Well, and so maybe you know what we should say here is why don't we put so this is our fundamental scoring, something like that.
Yep.
This will be a pretty valuable spreadsheet if we could pull this off. So then we'll go over here. Guess what we'll do is guess what I think probably the best thing to do is probably just go higher time frame chart analysis, something like that. So we'll put a chart link here. And then we'll say location. Indicator confirmation and structure. So that's like this here. Put that right across there and go. Whoops, nope, that's not what I want. Okay, so something along those lines. We have a border there. Then we'll put another one in here. And go like that. And go like that. And like that. And then I suppose we should have like, I'm not quite sure how we're going to score this. That'll be, maybe you can think about how should we score this? Well, you know, like it was nice and easy over here, and you're going, well, Brian, I did the fundamental shit. The technical shit's up to you.
I mean, it's just a binary yes or no, right? With do we have location? Do we have market structure? Do we have indicator confirmation? And it's either yes or no. And you want a score of 3, I guess. That's 100%.
All right, so yes is a 1 and no is a 0, eh? Something along those lines.
Yeah, we could do
Okay.
something like that.
So if we use this chart, what do you say here? I mean, I don't think we have trade location. I would recommend that, if you were my retail client, that we throw in bids in reload zones. So, what do we say there? And unfortunately, this is kind of the same message as what the dashboard is flashing us right now, folks. Anybody watching this is a shameless shill for our company product. The buy signal was there on September 8th, and wow, did we ever have a ton of names that all broke out here, sort of the first, second week back from summer. And it got so strong that unfortunately we've actually disconnected. And I would actually argue that the market's actually in divergence right now and probably due for some sort of correction here. So with that said, and then us looking at this chart, does it make sense that a nice correction here back down into reload zones would be kind of what we want to see? So, what do you think? What are we? How are we going to score this? I'm not quite sure what to say. I think that's a
Yeah,
valid
I mean,
price chart. So
yeah, maybe you could even put in like an entry level that's like where you would be
yeah, well, I
doing
would
a
just
bid.
note Brian's favorite fib. So that's maybe what we'll do is we'll just make a note of that.
Yeah. Okay.
So Brian's favorite fib, and you can see the line right here is covering up. What does that say? 75.78. So that's where I'd be willing to be a buyer. So let's pop on over here. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to say no. Then I'm going to have to put a new column to the right. And here we will put BFF and 70, what did I say? 75.78. And so that means we're going to have to put in here, probably to the left. What's the current price of this thing? So where are we here? Oh boy, it's half. Holy shit. Jesus. I don't even know if it'll even come back to that. Anyway, what is it? It's 164, we'll say, for the purposes of this show. So unfortunately, this thing's a bit expensive now. And that's scary, eh? I mean, man, this market jumped up quick, eh? So, and what I was thinking, are you on here? Yeah. Maybe you could, if you have any outside links or whatever, if you want to plump them on here, that would probably be a good idea. I don't know. Is it? Maybe
Okay.
yes, maybe no. So unfortunately, we have to say no. And does that mean that, what do I say here? I go no, and then maybe we'll go bracket 0 for 1, like that. Probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, indicators are the indicators in bullish divergence. Where the hell did the chart go? Where was I? Was I over here? Nope. Was I over here? Yes, over here. All right. Maybe we just get through one. So the indicators, I actually think, on a higher time frame, that's. I mean, it's not bearish divergence, so that's good. It is pointing higher here. Volume is pointing higher, so that's encouraging. See volume impetus. More buyers are stepping in here, and the sellers seem to be overwhelmed. So that's a good sign. Willie's not stupid, and actually, isn't that interesting? Oh, well, I guess not. You can see the W's in RSI, right? There's my second W that I like as a buy signal. And notice, look at that. That was right on that breakout day right there, right? So I hate to say it, but the buy signal on this thing was August 12th. Geez, that's like a full month and a half ago. So, having said all that, what do you think we should put in here for indicators?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's not bearish. So
Not bearish. So that's good.
it's pointing out. I mean, yeah,
Did that mean it gets a
I'd just give it a 1.
Oh, okay,
Doesn't
a 1 of 1,
doesn't
eh?
get
So
a.
since it's not in bearish divergence, and we don't have to freak out. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, on balance, I didn't see anything out of these indicators that worries me right now. So Willie's not stupid. It's pointing up. I think on balance, maybe if Willie goes stupid, that's when we have to take that away. It's an idea. All right. Now price structure. I would say that the last price structure buy signal, like I said, there was this day right here. You can see the WA down, up, down, breakout. And then, of course, it really took off here. So, what do you think we say? I mean, there's the original double bottom from a price structure perspective. Same thing as you said earlier. It's with regard to the indicators. It's not bearish, and it is making higher highs and higher lows. So,
Mhm.
does that get
So
a
yeah,
one?
yeah. I mean, it's pointing up. So
Okay,
I
so
mean,
indicators are bullish, price structure is bullish, but it has a shitty trade location right now. Does that seem
yeah.
about right?
hmm
Not bearish,
but
so
then
that's
but
good.
then on that, like you you might even be looking for like a daily pullback, like sort of time frame, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it might not you might not get like a big sort of weekly one.
right. So that's why I said higher time frame.
Yeah. Um,
So maybe we'll just limit this to the weekly analysis, right? So
okay.
and if anything for this kind of show, I think this makes sense. On balance, and I suppose we'll do like a total score here now too. Um, I think you get a pretty uh, nice score here, right? So average, we'll get a basically a 2 out of 3, eh?
Yeah.
So the only thing that's missing is that it's just not in a good trade location. Um, you know, the question is, do we just put N for not good trade location, or do we actually, I kind of like how you said not bearish. I kind of like that, but what do you think we say for location?
Well, I mean, if you looked at it, if you looked at it from a weekly perspective,
Hmm.
it's probably somewhere in the reload zone, like way back.
Yeah,
So
actually, it looks
it's
like
in
it
that
might be getting
that
a bit
that
expensive.
dish sort of a kind of point. So um,
Oh yeah, you're right. On the
but
longer
then
time frame, it's just sitting right at the 78.6.
but you'd want a daily pullback for sure because it's not ideal. Like
Yeah,
you're chasing it right there. So
right.
um, yeah. Um,
Oh, all you people over on YouTube, how
let,
many people we got?
let's
20
give it a
people
0.
watching us. What the hell do you think we should put in here for it's not bearish and it's certainly not in a short trade location. It looks to me like this thing's got a long way to go. Look at that 46969 all the way up there in the reload zone. And look how that aligns so perfectly with the top of that wick. Holy Shiite Muslim. So it's not in a bad location. So what do we say here? Uh, not in a bearish location. Not bearish.
What if we make it a score out of 4, right? And we
Okay.
do location weekly and then location like daily.
Uh okay. All right.
Or like location high time frame or like and then medium time frame or something.
Yeah. This is a tough one, eh?
Yeah.
Um you slackers over there on YouTube, come on. Gotta put you to work. Well, all right. Well, hmm. I'm not quite sure what to say here.
Well, we've got a note there for yeah, Adam saying he wouldn't go for it. It's not in
No,
location.
I don't think it's viable now. Give
Yeah,
it a low
yeah.
score. Well,
So
maybe what we
Brian's.
do is we do the 1 to 4, but then the thing is we're gonna have to make these things equally weighted as well, right? If you
Mhm.
do like 4 here, then that's gonna way overweight location.
Mm,
So, well, let's just go with what we got
okay.
here for now.
All right.
And over the coming weeks and stuff, if we, are having fun doing this and you want to continue, then yeah, we'll figure out. Maybe we'll get some feedback from the audience.
Cool.
Okay, so let's throw that image in the spreadsheet. And really, as I said, and frankly speaking, although I don't really want to do this on screen, but this is a good opportunity. I'm wondering whether I might just throw in like $100 order or something like that into these things just to get the ball rolling. Because I wouldn't mind putting my money where my mouth is with regard to actual. I want to make. I mean, I think that there is a ton of money to be made here in this space over the next year, folks. I really do. So, I mean, the question ultimately is, can you put yourself into a position to take advantage? And I think this thing here is a perfect example where, uh, like I just illustrated, this could easily be 4 or 5x, and from $75, that's a better part of 8, 9x, no problem. Probably good short trade location is that 78.6 in the candle body highs right there. So, I mean, there's a lot of money to be made in here, and I want to make money from trading, right? So, I think I'm just gonna throw in a stink bid and see if I can get some of this. I don't know how to do this though, which is gonna slow us down. So this is AAVE. There it is, USD. BTC. I don't see a lot of tether names on Kraken, eh? You like Kraken, don't you, Ben?
Yeah, it's for being in the US, I think it's one of the better ones.
Maybe
That
that's why they don't do the tether. All right, well, I'm
yeah.
gonna have to cross that bridge when I gotta figure out what to do there. Okay, so we'll leave that for the time being.
And this is a this is a Binance chart as well, but
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, but the thing is $75 is $75.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the level I want to buy at. So anyway, what about waiting for pump chaser zone W structure instead of thinking it is going to 78.6? There's nothing wrong with that. I just wouldn't put a stink bid in the pump chaser zone. Stink bids are exactly that, Steven. They are stinky. I know RLC looks fucking sick. It looks exactly like this. This is why I wanted to get this show going because, hey, folks, crypto's a bull again, FYI, if you hadn't noticed. So, where's Nick? Easy mode is engaged. And actually, this is when Nick should be really excited because remember, he was all over this shit, right? He loved this DeFi stuff. Anyway, okay, so hey, what the hell? It's a first start, right? And super excited we have Ben back working with me here. So if we do nothing more, I don't know when the timer's going to go off. I don't even have it. I'll just hear it in the background. That's all we get done tonight. Well, so be it. But good. That's an excellent start. So next up on the hit list, and is there anything more you want to add about Aave?
No.
Okay. Adam says hi, Ben.
Hey,
Ada.
Adam.
Actually, Ada looks ridiculously strong here. It's pissing me off. I probably want to do it versus USD. Look at that chart. When I saw this the other day, I went, "Holy shit, Muslim!" I couldn't believe this. So clearly, you can see the bottom end of the range for 2023, and literally they took the entire 2024 right back. I kind of liked, especially the way that these tails act. I'm a big fan of candle body highs and lows for trade location. So I really don't mind the idea of sneaking in on some sort of pullback into these tails, It looks like there is some serious demand down in there, and basically it's just buying this original bottom from way back when. I wanted to get the ball rolling, so I did get a bid working here at what you can see, 33.76. And what's this stupid thing done over the past couple days? It just keeps moving up. It does look like it's taken a bit of a pause here, so thank heavens. Phew. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to sit in a trading range here for a while, but I absolutely love the look of this chart. From a weekly perspective, oh my goodness, there's so much money to be made here. This is another one, it's sitting there at 30 some odd cents. It probably bobs and weaves here for the next like 6 months or so. You can see how much they bid this silly thing up to into these peaks. It's $3. That's a better part of 10x. So I definitely wanted to get some bids working. Anyway, so as you can see, I don't know that you can see that, but it says bidding midpoint of reload zone right down in here. That's just basically taking this whole range in here and just bidding right down in that area, right against those candle body lows. So with that said, there is our weekly chart. You can see we're basically right at Julian's favorite fib. So talk about trade location. Oh my goodness. And then this is a reload zone in a reload zone. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. Reload zone, reload zone. So unlike the Ave, this thing has not started to run yet. And I think that the Ave is sort of like, it's like would you call it almost like a higher tier than Cardano? Or would you have them in sort of the same universe?
I would say that Cardano is probably an older project, so maybe it just does move a little slower. But I'm just pulling that out of my butt. Maybe.
All right. All I can say is you really aren't going to get any better trade location than that. And I mean, look at these goddamn indicators. This is ridiculous. The only thing it's missing is do we get a big old spat of buying that breaks the volume out? And if we do, this fucking thing's going to take off like a rocket. So I really want to buy some of this. I think you can hear it in my voice. What is interesting, you can see 30 SMA on the weekly chart. That's going to act as resistance. Same thing as this downtrend line. So I don't think it's going to take off tomorrow. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing has to sort of bob and weave in here and then break out. It's interesting to see that long-term moving average. As soon as this thing starts to actually ebb down, that's when this thing will take off. It's so bizarre how the 200 SMA works that way. So, actually, it's a bit surprising we didn't get, it kind of got a little bit of a downslope in there. It's awfully tough to see. But my hunch here is that it's got another date at this. And interesting, you can see 200 SMA lines up with those candle body highs up in there. So is it realistic for me to think about getting a double off on a test of these highs? Basically bidding 33. If I can see 66, I get my double. And if I can get that risk-free trade on, and then this thing breaks out through the bottom, this thing's gonna go crazy. So good old Foggenbombs. Was I doing any Foggenbombs and stuff last time we used to do the shows together, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, so it wasn't that long ago. But look at that. This is a weekly price chart. And look at that. Look how 4669 is basically right up against that high there. I mean, that can't be an accident. And you can see interesting David O, our secret options formula club guy. He loves the midpoints of these Foggenbumps. So interesting. Look at that wick right there. Whole bunch of trap bulls up there that would love to get released on that event. And look how 2.669 lines up perfectly with these trap bulls. Isn't that cool? You think that this there's like some sort of cheat sheet or some code or something. Like this rally and then this pullback, it can't be an accident that this has happened in this size to set these levels up so perfectly off of these pivots. Like it can't be an accident. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the matrix code.
Yeah, it really is, you know? It's like to engineer the test of this and this and that, boom, boom, boom. This thing actually does have to correct this rally, and then this pullback has to be at an almost exact specific number. And all you guys are so computer smarty pantses. Like, we got to get short on this one day. There's got to be a way to unravel this code. And actually, so anyway, this is where Brian goes off for 2 or 3 hours. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so let's, I think this chart works perfectly for me for the analysis. So we will go copy link. I think that's what I'll do. Actually, you know what? I think I want to put this on here first, though. I mean, I can't tell you how much of a sexy trade location I think this is. It's just, and look at that damn price structure. I mean, this thing's just sitting here saying, buy me. And Brian's sitting here being a fucking cheap ass. He wants to buy against the damn lows. And I should just step in there and buy the damn thing. Is that, hey, how can you tell I'm slightly bullish? All right. Well, anyway, are you gonna put the link to where you get these things, Ben?
It's all secret
You
knowledge.
bastard! Oh, you already put this stuff in here already?
Yeah,
All right.
I
Are
can
you using
may
like a Coin Market Cap or a Coin Gecko link or something? We can just put it on
so
here.
so ChatGPT does have like links. So one of them is Shrimpy Academy, is where it's pulling in data from, and Crypto Mode is where it tends to pull most of it. But it's data as of September 24 as well, so it's all pretty up to date. So maybe I can look into those and make sure that they're reliable
I'm just
sources.
thinking, like, if we do share this with somebody, it's just an easy reference. So, what the hell is a ADA? Right? I
Okay,
mean, I suppose I can do it. It's no big deal.
here we go. What if I do?
Do we want to use Coin Market Cap or Coin Gecko? That's the question. Which one do you
Um,
like better?
so there's a maybe on each one I can actually do a hyperlink.
Well, there's that. I mean, you don't have to give away your secret sauce. All I'm saying is I was just gonna put like a link to like CoinGecko or something like that right over the symbol. So then that
Okay,
way, if somebody sees it and wants to learn a
sure.
little bit more, they can just click on that. Like that's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah.
So which do you like better? Do you like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap?
Yeah,
Is there a
either
better
or
one?
will give you a similar thing. I don't know. Anybody in the chat?
Any personal
What's
preference?
what are the kids using these days?
Wow,
They're
13
probably
EMA on a
DeFi
weekly
llama or
forming a
something.
W. Wow.
Yeah.
Digibyte. God, I haven't heard that name in a while. Digibyte. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
ChatGPT gave Ubik fives. Ah,
That's not
Ubik.
bad.
What a fucking dog. Oh my goodness. Hey, you know what? I remember I told you, I don't think I have to worry about dyeing my hair purple anymore, eh? Do you remember those? Do you remember, were you around for that?
Sedona Euphoria.
Yeah, all that shit. You were around for that? Don't
Yeah.
think I have to worry about that shit. You know what? I can't even find Alex Stirk now. He's just like totally disappeared. Like half of these damn crypto developers. Nonsense. Anyway, we're here to make money from trading. Sell half on a double. Get into a risk-free trade as fast as possible. It's got to be religion. Don't be a Three Arrows Capital. Okay, so did we figure out what we're going to use here? Which one would you rather go? Give me one or the other. I don't care.
Let's go coin market cap.
Coinmarketcap.com. Boom. Interesting. Wonder why that came up. All right. Well, anyway, and then which one? We had Ada there, right? And then we've also done Ave. Anyway, have you had fun with me here this evening? Please be kind.
Me or
Yeah.
are you trying to do? Oh, always, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. All right. All right. There is if you guys want the link to this, if you're a TRIer, come into the lounge. Maybe just PM me and I'll give you the link privately. Or I don't know. I mean, or I suppose Ben could give you the link as well. And then the other one we did was Ada. Give me some love over there, and not necessarily me. I mean, give Ben love if that's the way you swing. Over there on YouTube, if you guys are enjoying the edutainment, maybe hit the like button, subscribe, ring Colleen's bell, and all that. Wonder where that Colleen is nowadays. I hope life's treating her okay. What's this thing? 0.0. Look at that. Holy moly, this is one of these blue chip names. I guess, does the ADA have a lot of coins out? It must, eh? Did it say? Oh, and you even gave it a rating. So now's the time for you to shine. Tell us
Okay,
about your fundamentals here.
does it have, so it's got a maximum supply cap of 45 billion and about 35 billion are in circulation.
Ooh wee, I can't count that high. So what does that mean?
And so what's 35 over 45? 45. 77%, 78% are in circulation.
Yeah. Is that good? Well, what do you got here? So
that's
it's one of these. Is that the tokenomics?
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
and
you're giving it a rating of 8.5.
And there's a lot of incentive for people to stake it. So
cool.
Yeah, it's not, that's not like an outrageous amount of uncirculating.
Somebody's telling me I'm a stupid idiot here. All right, let's try and do this correctly. How the fuck do you do this? Sorry, and thank you for your help, audience. Where the hell is Ada versus? I was thinking like actually it's just this right here. Is that? Oh, there you are. Ah, okay. So it's not a piece of shit. It's 38 cents. That's pretty respectable. How many coins did you say about? Like billions? This thing, man, this network must be worth quite a bit. Wow, look at that. Market cap is $13.3 billion. Ooh wee. Damn. Oh, did I lose you, Ben? I think I lost Ben.
No, I'm still here. Sorry, I just put myself on mute for a second.
All right. I'm being silly here and trying my best to cause some damage. All right. So that's still the ADA SOL. So let's just grab that, and go like that, go like that, go like that, and then go like that, and go like that. And maybe we could do a tutorial on using Google Sheets. Okay, there. Did I get it? Yay! Yeah, it's like a top 10, 20 coin. All right. Well, that's good. Thank you. Human biomass. Is that right? Am I reading that correct, Ben?
Yeah.
Is that Nick? Load this new show. Okay. Just in time for last year of the cycle. Time to get serious. Is that our Nick? From before, or is that a different
that
name?
last name, it's a
What
little
was
different.
next? Yeah, I can't remember what. I just remember he was building a house in Minnesota. Anyway, okay. So hey, we got 2 done. That's not so bad. Should we move on to the next? Oh, did we? I don't think we did the TA. I was in love with this thing, so it should be just 10s across the board. So I hate to say it, location, yes, I think it's there. So we'll do 1 of 1. And the BFF, I'm actually trying to bid right off of this level here right now. And I probably shouldn't be so stingy. God, I hope I don't miss this. That would be stupid if I did. Anyway, what the hell does that say? I can't even read it. 3430. So 3430. That's the level. So 03430. Boom. And we have 38. So I'm gonna, within, that's basically within about 10% of price. I'm gonna call that acceptable. What do you think? Is that okay?
Yep.
All right. Indicators. I think these indicators are bullish. I mean, look at that. Oh my goodness. Like that RSI. What do you think Julian would say about that RSI? You ever heard me talk about the two W's in the RSI study? Jesus,
Uh,
this thing looks like it's about to go ape shit. Doesn't look like it's quite broken out here though. So we're probably going to run up to the 50 line and then back off, and I'll have to do a bit more work. So I'm hoping that's when I get my fill. But I definitely would say not bearish. And then look at MACD. MACD's actually got a bullish confirmed div working here. All right, this low here is lower than these lows over here, and the MACD it's higher. The only thing that's really missing here, and I think it's just because it's early, is there's no volume. So how do we want to give that as a technical reading? I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm going to say this is bullish. I think these indicators are bullish. And price structure, it almost put in a W here. It hasn't quite. So, if I was looking for weekly W's, a move right through there, it's pretty damn close. So 40.1384 is the breakout. And right now it's at, we're here, 38, and we hit a high of 39.3. So, what do we want to say? It hasn't W'd yet.
mm-hmm.
So what do we say? Do we say
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a weekly W, do we?
not yet?
Yeah, maybe on a clothesline you might be able to find.
So what do we say? Not bullish. So that means
Yeah,
because it isn't in there, we have to give this
be patient.
a 0. Yeah. So interesting. That gets a 2 out of 3 as well. Eh? Interesting. All right. And actually, interesting how close these things score, eh? So, are you a left justified kind of guy or a right justified? We'll make you right justified. There you
Thanks for
go.
that.
All right. Maybe one more, and maybe we'll call it a night.
All right, sounds
This is
good.
good sort of inaugural foray. AKT. I think this is Stewart. This is his A cash, isn't it? He's always liked this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not quite ready to go bullish here just yet. I still think, man, it's a bit expensive, eh? Right? Even right now, it's outside the reload zone. What is that? That's current price $2.80. That sound about right? Let's punch up here. AKT. Oh, there's 1 hour. Oh boy. Sorry, folks. My dinner's in the oven. 1 hour was the limit, so we got 2 done tonight. Have a nice hooking back up with you, Ben. And by all means, if you can join me next Wednesday, love to have you a part of the show.
All right.
And I have to have religion about the duration of these shows because 3 hours way too much. It's not a bad first start. I kind of like that. We broke our cherry, and it was great. Talking to you again and reconnecting, Ben, and all of our old show co-hosts. By all means, if you want to come in and say hi, reach out to me, and be more than happy to bring you on for a guest spot. And what the hell? Maybe you might even be like, hey, let's make this a regular habit. All right. Why don't we leave it at that? Thank you so much for participating, everybody. PMA for the win. Slow and steady wins the race. We should have a lot of fun over the next probably 6-8 months, just slowly accumulating these things. I don't know. Any closing thoughts for these good people here, Ben?
No, it's good to see some familiar faces, and yeah.
Let's have some
Hope you
fun.
all have a great week. Yeah, let's have some
Yeah.
fun.
Have a great week, and we'll see you back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. All right, have yourselves a great night, everybody. PMA for the win. Sloan City wins race. Keep remembering what your number one job is. Don't take no wooden nickels. The only left Brian say to you good people is bye for now.